Welcome to Albion TV presents the AO Daily Show, your source of real news in an unreal world, keeping you up to date on the latest news, events, and the great community of Albion Online. Today is Wednesday, the 7th of August. I am your host, Shozen, and with me today is Bogul. How you doing today, Bogul?
Good morning, good morning. I am doing okay. I'm a little bit sick still, but another day, another Albion TV show. Let's get the show started. How are you?
I'm doing well, Bogul. I understand we have a lot on the show today. You want to tell us what we've got?
Sure, we have a few reminders for everybody. We have a hotfix that went live yesterday. We have a little bit news about a network update. We have a few more Guild Season 7 statements, and then we have a deep dive into the GVG landscape of the first few days of Season 7 so far.
Yeah, I like looking
today.
at the who's been active and whatnot. We've got a lot of things going on. Yeah,
Okay.
so let's get right to the reminders. So reminder number one, I am looking for more casters. I'm looking for people to join me in the casting of GVGs on Tuesdays. Right now, we have a couple of people who are currently in the process of applying and trying it out. A promising look from Logic came the other day. He sent me a great application video, and we're going to see how that goes. See if he can pass the background test. You know, check out his background, make sure he hasn't done anything silly. And if he passes that, we'll see him on an upcoming Tuesday show, and that should be awesome. He did a very good job, with his demo reel.
Nice. Okay.
Let's see, what other reminders? Saturday was Invasion Day. You can watch those invasions on Twitch. A lot of people have. The EU one wasn't too bad. The NA was a little quieter, but if you enjoy a good ZVZ, I'm sure you will enjoy watching Invasion Day. Season 7 started on Sunday, and we have corrected rankings, guys. They have finally come in, and just what everybody expected, exactly what we all thought was going to happen. Black Order is out to an early lead, followed in number 2 by the Druids, who were able to pass the inflated numbers of the Guerreros. Clearly, they had their numbers inflated in the first few days because of this scoring mishap, and now we are seeing things as it should be, as it was always intended, with guilds like Russian Guild, who are, I believe, 0-10 in GVGs this week, following up this great Black Order push. I mean, very impressive. I think they had 6-7 GVGs this week. Impressive territory control by the Black Order.
I had not expected any of this.
No, that's. I don't think it's gonna. No, nope, not. Nope. All right, let's get to some actual news, Bogul.
Sure. We will take a deeper look at these numbers later. I hope you can't hear the alarm in the background.
I barely. You're good. You're good, sir.
Okay, cool. Then you quickly do that Percival hotfix thing before this.
All right, so for guilds that have advanced multiple guild challenge levels on Saturday, August 3rd, there was like they said, there was a setup error, and these guilds got too many season points and way too much siphoned energy. The season points for these guilds have been reduced, though Guerreros still seem to be up there at number 3. And the siphoned energies for these guilds has also been reduced to its intended value. Yes. This may result in negative energy values for some guilds, Bogul. Tell us about that. What is this about?
Well, apparently some people tried to be sneaky and withdraw their siphoned energy from their guild account. And that led to this nicely neat screenshot of minus 6,800 siphoned energy in the guild account. Well, I think the realization is that this is some code behind this, some math behind this, where you can actually go to negative numbers. Not like in the real world, where if there is nothing left, there is nothing left. You can't go.
Well, no. If you have nothing left as far as money in the real world, you can still have less than no money, Bogul. You can have a whole lot less than no monies. There is something worse than having no monies. It's having less than no monies. So this does happen.
Well, now apparently that also works for Albion Online. Great, we've hit that milestone. Yeah. But that should be fixed. That was just a little hiccup in the season 7 beginning. We also have other news in regards to some
Oh, this is good news.
other old announcements. For those of you who might remember, there was the announcement that SBI was moving their network and server infrastructure, and they initially wanted to wait after the invasion day, and now they finally have a date set for this move, and it's apparently on August 12th, on Monday. That, however, comes with a likely extended downtime on Monday of an estimated 3 hours. So in case you plan on doing something super important Monday during downtime, maybe reconsider your plans. Otherwise, it might not even affect you, ideally.
Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully, you I don't know, go out for breakfast that day. I think you'll be good. Unless you're in EU. I don't know when that happens in the middle of the day for you. Go to work.
Yeah, like lunchtime.
Yeah, go to work.
You can get an extended lunch.
Yeah. All right. Community news. Bogul, you have been reaching out every day to more and more, what is it? What do we call those? Guilds? Alliances?
Correct.
Members of the community. Everyone that you can. And you have gotten more and more responses. Some really interesting ones this week, haven't you?
I asked today, I am reading the Pirates, Easy, and Corona Regni Polonie statements. The first statement is from the Pirates Guild that simply says, lol, what? The Pirates are notable?
Well, it's got Hempbeard Hempbeard as a leader here. And
yes.
I think this is a personality guild right off the bat, right?
I'm not sure, honestly, but these guys are very notable, and Hempbeard for sure is a known streamer in the world of Albion. So he, I tried to follow up on this response, but I didn't get back anything. So that's your statement, guys. If you don't send more, then that's what I'm going to read.
All right. Well, they do have a long way to go before they reach crystals. They currently have 900 season points, putting them tied for something. Hold on, they're tied. Who else has? Where does the 900 points start? Because there's a lot of guys tied for 900 points here. All right. If you're not watching on stream right now, the visual is of me. Oh, I missed it. Shoot. Was of me scrolling for what felt like forever until I got to what they're tied for. 513. They're tied for 513. Congratulations. Cool. Well done. Good job. You've done a fantastic job. The Pirates, you are relevant at rank 513. Good job. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys rank up throughout the rest of this season. Any more
yes,
notable guilds here?
From the Guild Easy of the Squad Alliance.
They're still in Squad Y.
I don't know. But some people might remember these guys from free-to-play launch. They were quite prominent in the features and talks at the time. And I got a response from Six Refrost. And he says, all right, well, the goal of Easy is to improve our overall ZVZ strength and show ourselves worthy to be in Squad and show Squad as the best alliance in Albion. Easy has come a long way since it was first started during free-to-play, and we want to further continue our growth in Albion by getting new members that have enough experience to show our power in ZVZ. And yes, we are recruiting.
Bogul, how much fame do you have?
Me?
Yeah, just you.
1.7 something billion.
Okay, I just wanted to see how much billion fame you have in comparison to this guild. They're checking.
It's small. I can't see it.
Yeah, it's 5.7 total.
See?
You could fit 3 Boguls in there.
Well, these guys have been playing since free to play.
I know. I'm just picking on them. They're all the way ranked in 90. Where are you? No, don't check Shozen. Don't ever check Shozen's stats. Those are the worst. Those are the worst stats. Chat. Let's not do that. Let's not embarrass ourselves here. You have another
Yes, just a
guild
very
you
brief
wanted to
one.
talk about. Yes, let's talk about the. I'm going to look them up too, embarrassing yet another guild by showing their season rank.
Corona Regni Polonie from the Apex Alliance, I think. And
Oh, this is the
Papa
highest ranked
Pugin
guild of the day so far.
sends a message. Hello, this is Diplomat from Corona Regni Polonia. Our plans for oncoming season is to try Anglia and leave Mercia for a while. Our two GVG teams were training and we're ready to go. Also, Wazerga just got bigger and better.
Well, they are
And
doing work. They are doing
yeah,
work here. They are doing well. I would say up here in the top 50. Anybody in the top 50, we might not talk about you guys all the time, but I think anybody in the top 50 is doing pretty good, to be quite honest. There's not as many as you think, and as we can see, there's lots of guilds out there. As we look at Hempbeard's guild, tied for rank 513. Tied for rank 513. They don't even hold it to themselves. They're tied with like 700 other guilds. So let's get to this GVG war report.
I think we have to talk about the first place though.
Oh,
of
first
the
place.
current rankings
Yes.
of season 7. How many days? 1, 2, 4 days.
4 days
into the season.
4 days into the season. Banger season.
You mentioned it at the very beginning that we all expected Black Order to be in first place, and since everybody knows them, of course nobody needs to do research on them. But I did it anyways. I tried to message the guys from Black Order and find a little bit out about them. For those of you who might not have had the time. So they are apparently a merger situation of Echo of Red Army and 02, two very famous Russian guilds.
Yes, 02.
They are very confident about their first rank situation right now. I tried to get some statements and some information of how they managed to get to first place. And the response was that they are doing a lot of castles, forts, and that by that they mean the castle outposts. We're killing mages on a regular basis and doing crystal GVGs. So they are doing the whole season point scoring game, and they are just, I think, very active. They also sent me one more statement that I was supposed to read on stream, and here it is. With our current mindset, we are convinced that we will take first place in season 7. You have 79 days to prove us wrong.
Ooh. Yeah.
So let's see if this very bold statement will hold up. In case you are a Russian speaker and you're looking for a guild option, maybe consider these guys as well.
Well, there's a couple. There are a couple. Let's be clear. There are a couple of Russian guilds out there that you could join right now.
But none of them is first place in the season rankings.
Well, some of them are second and some of them are fifth. I mean, we've got a few Russian guilds out there who are banging. Apparently, activity right now, if you want to get first place, it's the trick is to kill some mages and yeah. That would do it right there. I think that would do some damage, some mage raiding, some castle outpost. That seems to be what gets you the points this season. Because you know what's not doing it, Bogul?
Standing around in Carleon trying to scam people?
Well, no, that's not doing it either. But you know what? I got to tell you, you and I both looked at this. We looked at who was the most active guilds, and that's what we were going to do our guild information on this week. We wanted to see who was the absolute most active members of the community, and we found some interesting information, didn't we, Bogul?
We did, yes.
Yeah, and we found that those active guilds aren't in the top, are they? Except for one. All right, let's mention one guild that we found was very active, had 10 GVGs, found themselves in 5th place. And how many did they win, Bogul?
I think 0, right?
That was 0. That was Russian guild. 10 losses. Big oof for Russian guild this week. They weren't one of the most active, but when you notice somebody's got 0 victories, like that's like they're in the top 8 for activity as far as GVGs, and none. Sorry, man. That's Rush. Somebody go tell the Russian guild that we're talking about them and that they need to pull their weight more. That was embarrassing, to be quite honest.
Just to be clear, we have spent some time looking at both the amount of GVGs and the amount of crystal fights done by the most active guilds.
Mm-hmm.
And we try to, just looking at the overall total amount of these combined, we try to figure out who did or had the most GVGs. And as Shozen mentioned, Russian Guild was the only guild that is in the top rankings from all of these.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, other than money.
No. There's a lot of them there, and
place,
they were in the top rankings. But what we noticed from them is that they just didn't achieve any victories, and that's the big thing. But we have a couple of guilds who were very, very active, and you already mentioned the Money Guild. Money Guild, between crystals and GVGs, they had 39 GVGs. That includes no-shows. But they had 39 GVGs in a span of 4 days, not even a full 4 days, 3.5 days. That's a lot. And they also had a really good winning percentage out of those, too. They did very well when they attacked. They were 8-1 in attacks during GVGs, though they did 50-50 in GVGs where they were defending. So this goes into what we talked about before, was the power of Retaliate and how well Money Guild can use that power of Retaliate to really gain lots and lots of territory victories. And they continue to hold the most territories right now as a single guild. And they have 48 territories, but it's not helping them with season points right now. They're in 6. They are very active in crystals as well. They went a monster. What was it in crystals, Bogul? They had 9 and 8, 17 crystals, which is tied for the most crystals of any guild. They went slightly above 50-50. So if you don't include their main GVG team, Money Guild's about 50-50 with its GVGs the rest of the time, but their main team is dominant, absolutely dominant, and they're crushing it right now. I mean, we had somebody who did better. We had a couple of guilds who did better percentage-wise, and they also.
But then, did they fight against Money Guild? I don't remember.
Well, June did. Right? June did fight against Money Guild. They absolutely fought against Money Guild, but they didn't fight as many against their A team as we would expect. They've been moving them around. There's only one fight for the A team at a time now, so they have to really be strategic with where they're using them, at least as far as Money Guild is. But if you want to talk about June, which we can talk about real quick, attacks 13-1, which is real good.
Wait, 13 wins?
Yep, nice. 1 loss. That's when attacking. When defending, they were 3-2. They had an absolutely crazy defense that they won against, I think it was Broke Boys, a 1-point match. It was
a
last night.
Match?
Yeah, it came down to 1 point. It was last night.
Wow.
You can see the beginning of the match on the VOD while they're sitting there under bubble, and it's about to start, right? And then the VOD turns off, so you don't get to watch that absolutely killer VOD. And there you go, June. 29 victories, still not getting them into the top 10. I mean, 29 territories, tons of victories, not getting them in the top 10. They did great in crystals as well. They had 12-5 in crystals. So, not bad. 2/3 of their
That's
matches.
an impressive start for all of these so far. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I wanted to make 2 points before we go and look at the other ones. So first off, it seems like that the amount you mentioned, like 30, 25, 40 GVGs, including crystals, with a few discounted, no-shows, that's a lot of action already. And that's, 4 days? Like 4 to 5 a day, right?
Yeah, that's a lot.
Then combine that with the good results there, and the surprising quote unquote low um, scoring or ranking there. I mean, it's still top 10, right? Or it's
Mm-hmm.
still top 15, but not on the very top.
No.
So this is an interesting, very first observation,
Mm-hmm.
hinting at the fact that the GVGs might be less influential going forward
Absolutely.
for the season rankings.
Absolutely.
And one point I kind of want to follow though for the future is whether or not the higher tower levels that might need some time to develop will have an impact on the situation later on.
Mm-hmm.
Because right now it's very hard to see
Very early, yeah.
How many of these towers are, level 3 or 5 or 7 even. Because we had no way to check, right? If anybody knows a way, let us know how we could see from the outside what tower level it is.
That might be something that should be
is
added to the kill board in the future, allowing us to know what tier was under attack there, so we can see what they were fighting for.
Yeah.
That would be an amazing thing. Do we want to talk more about some of these other notable guilds that showed up here?
Sure.
Because
you had some other data. That's interesting too. Yes.
Yeah. I want to talk about how, because we don't have much time left. I want to mention a few more of these. U12 went perfect in GVGs.
Wow. Cool.
They were 8-0 in attacks, 5-0 in defenses. Yes, they're Glauvia and Anglia and Royal GVGs, but that's incredible. I don't care where you are. They had 13 GVGs, went 13-0. That's well done by U12. Good job over there. They're making those bunk bed monsters and the bunk bed gang or whatever they are over there in Sauce look pretty good. So that's not too bad. Also did another 6-3 in Crystals. So they're playing very, very well. Couple of other guilds. People were talking about them already because they were. We want to talk about the guilds that were most active. Conflict. Conflict is in top 3 activity combined. Like if you look at their crystals, because they had 17 crystals, that's just ridiculous. For that's putting them in that 1, 2, and 3 are all tied for 17, and that was a lot of crystals. They did okay too. They went 10-7. Regular GVG's not so good for Conflict, as if we go and look at the map, we can see that I believe Conflict is telling their members to get their stuff out of Conflict-owned territories because they are being assaulted. And Conflict's winning about 50-50, of them. They got 2-2 in attacks, 2-3 in defense. They're going to have a hard time. So get your stuff out of there, Conflict. This is a PSA, my guy. Everything's under assault for Conflict. And yeah, it's going to be rough, boys. Other notables, and these are somebody we talked about recently, Bogul, because, I saw them on ZVZ Day, on Invasion Day. I was kind of shocked to see them. We don't really, really see them very often. I got to see my boy Zorn, also in one of the top high activity levels. Like they're one of the most active GVG guilds of the week. That was ridiculous. Did not expect it. They did as you would expect though, as they they went pretty much 50-50 in defense and then went 2-5 in attacks. That's not the way to do it, boys. And
you gotta practice, right?
Yeah.
You're a bit rusty. You're coming back from a long hiatus, and then
4 years. They've been on hiatus 4 years in Albion time.
In Albion time.
In Albion
How much
time.
is 1 year Albion time in real time?
I don't know. It's hard to tell. It depends on how much grinding.
1,000? Like
1,000 years. It can be a long time. All right, but go ahead.
Random thought. Like I feel like I read this announcement on the first anniversary of Albion when I think Evoke wrote after 1,001 years or something. So are we in the 1,002nd year of Albion or something
We
like
could
this?
be. Oh, dude, poor Zorn. Zorn's under attack, guys. And based on what they've been doing lately, I'm very worried. I'm very, very worried that Zorn's gonna be gone in a week. I loved seeing them. It was fun for me, and I liked it. But wow. One last thing I wanted to show before we get out of here is I wanted to talk about Zoned Out. over in Cumbria. They had one attack that resulted in the gaining of 3 territories. It was quite
What?
yeah. So they had one
How?
successful attack. They
Uh-huh.
they ended up getting the place that the next attack that was being launched on them was from, and they gained 3 territories. I don't even know how they did, but 3 victories from one team, one actual fight. It was pretty impressive. I'm trying to figure out how it actually went down and get the information on it. But yeah, Zoned Out did pretty good in that sense. They were also perfect in attacks and defenses. 3-0.
Do you know who Zoned Out is? Because I don't.
Not really, no. I don't even know what their flag looks like, man. I'm just confused. It's a new guild. Don't know them. Don't know Zoned Out.
We'll do research. Tell more next time.
This is them over in Hazelwood. Yeah. Found them. All right. And on that note, I think that's enough for the GVGs. We just want to tell you guys and do a quick thing about the most active guilds. Let you know what's going on in the beginning of Invasion. We're going to try to do this once a week where we just look at the most active guilds, not the best guilds, not the most known and talked about guilds, the most active ones. And so you'll hear about guilds like Russian Guild that go 0-10.
But gloriously.
Gloriously
0-10.
0-10.
Yeah.
And on that note,
Shozen.
yeah. It's time.
Do you want to do the outro, or do you have anything else for today?
No, I have nothing else. We're going to be back here in about 5 minutes or so, and we're going to do the overtime. We will answer your questions. We will go through whatever you had to say. We'll just hang out. We'll be here right up until Albion Live, which is our new GVG show that we do. We cover the crystals at 19 UTC and the GVGs at 20 UTC, and maybe watch 1 or 2 fights in between. So look forward to that, and we're going to be right back here, and you can find us every day, Monday through Friday, right here at 18 UTC, Twitch/Albion Online, and you'll be able to get all this great information that we provide for you every single day of the week. And then 3 days a week, soon to be 4, we're going to be doing GVG coverages at 19 and 20. So look forward to that.
Nice.
Anything else you want to say, like about SoundCloud or YouTube?
Well, we also do have the soundcloud.com/AlbionTV SoundCloud, where you can listen to this specific news show every day, a few hours later after us streaming it and recording it live on Twitch. There you can also listen to us, on your way to work, while you're supposed to be working, in your free time, while you're doing some gathering, some farming, some relaxing. If you didn't have time to watch us live or don't feel like watching us on Twitch. What else?
No, I think that's good. I think that'll be good because we're going to be back here and we can figure out any of these questions that we got wrong in just a few moments. But we'll be right back.
Oh yes, I wanted to talk about the overtime thing, because that's a thing we do after the normal news show. If we have time on that day, we just hang out for 20 minutes after the show and chat with Twitch chat a little bit. We answer questions. So if you want to chat with us live, you're very welcome to hang out with us in the overtime segment, because the main show, we have to get through a bit of content, so we don't usually have time to look at chat too much, but we really want to talk to you guys, so that's where that's happening.
Yeah.
All right.
And we'll be, like I said, we'll be back in like probably less than 5 minutes, and we'll do that. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And if you guys heard us on the VOD, sorry, I don't upload that. I mean the podcast. I don't upload the aftertime because sometimes we talk about things like drama. And I've got a little bit of that for you today. All right, so see you guys in 5. Peace.
Bye.